Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where this ruler is incredibly stressed. And he will continue to be. I mean, he did inherit this mess of an empire, so there is that. We can create additional titles, and we will do exactly that. We'll create this one here. That title goes out to this guy. Wonderful. And we can also create this kingdom, and that is great. We're going to do exactly that. That goes right here. Is that the correct Khanate? Yep, that is. There we go. Wonderful. So there's that done. We can create the Empire of Siberia, but we absolutely do not want to on this current succession. So that's fine. There's a mental break here. Yep. We could gain the trait Irritable. That does increase our stress loss. And I don't necessarily care about losing Diplomacy and Martial. Kama is considered to be either hostile or evil without being viewed as a tyrant. What? I don't know what this is supposed to mean. And behead anyone else who tries to speak to me. That's going to be 81 stress. Or we could become a journaler. This would spend 250 devotion, or rather 250 piety. I do not want to spend piety right now. That would not be great. Okay, we're just going to become irritable. Excellent. So our stress level has reduced. And we can just lash out. 50% chance to insult a random vassal, or 50% that we gain lashing out for 1 year. Okay, so everybody's going to be a little upset with us, but we lose 29 additional stress, putting us down into stress level 1. Not bad. Not bad. Now, I want to address this situation over here. Specifically, I'd like to steal this guy's title. He's not our direct vassal. That's rude. Ah. So we want to revoke our title from her. We want this High Chieftain. She'll not accept this, and she will decline, and a whole bunch of people would join in this. Are we okay with that? Not necessarily. Minus 56%. Most of that is opinion. A duel, huh? It's an act of tyranny. And we'll gain dread from it. Okay, the single combat. For a few brief moments, High Chiefess Kuchurgin, that's not how you spell that at all, or pronounce it even, and I pace in lazy half circles, each waiting for an opening. I heft my sword, ready to defend myself, while she clutches her spear firmly to hand. This fight may only be till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Kukurchin cracks her neck, then starts raining blows against my guard, a marathon of piercing thrusts that almost break me with their relentless ferocity. However, we're the fastest blade in the Mongol Empire. And that's because we have Aspiring Blade Master, which we got not too long ago. Fantastic. So that's 80 prestige. In battle, I'm an artist. Every strike is a brush stroke, every fallen foe or gout of blood a splash of paint. As I brandish my sword, switching seamlessly between flourish and strike, I paint a picture of agony across my foe. Kukurchin adopts a defensive stance, doing her absolute best to ward me off, the woman's eyes following my every movement. My form is good, with only small errors, and Kukurchin's stance is passable. My opponent is still holding off my blows well, but she seems close to faltering. So we could guard. We will gain 8 stress because we're wrathful. Or we could attempt a disarm. 8 stress because we're wrathful. Or we could do a mocking boast, making fun of her poor level of fame. And that's what we'll do. My words cut deep into Kukurchin's ego. Everyone knows of my fame, my prestige, and her reputation pales by comparison. Kukurchin surges forwards, forcing me back with a thrusting jab before bringing a high kick up to my chest. I almost topple. My form is good, with only small errors, and her stance is passable. I've yet to open up my opponent's guard at all, and I see no way to claim victory. We can try to copy a famous move from our favorite book, and we'll do exactly like that. I do my best to recall the legends in the spur of the moment, and try to heft my sword as the heroes of old. It's enough for a solid blow against my surprised foe. Before I know it, Kukurchin is somehow inside my guard, her spear speeding towards my heart. It's only by the narrowest of margins that I dodge backwards. Okay. We'll mocking boast her as well. Oh, we lost! That's unfortunate. You'll rue the day you defeated Kagan Usun. Okay, so now we gained 45 stress from that. Disgusting. So now we can see about revoking this, but of course she won't allow that. We could try to imprison her. We have a better chance of that. But what we're going to do here is we're going to not do that. We don't need additional stress, that's for sure. We're just going to start swaying her. Man, that greedy is really hurting us a lot. Oh, we just had another son and daughter. Okay. One thing we could do in theory... Ooh. Yeah, sway scheme gaining progress for some gold. We'll allow that. That'll be fine. We need to boost her opinion of us quite dramatically. And I do definitely want to take that title from her. One thing we may want to think about doing is going into here and find secrets on her. We'll give it a go. Our spy master is very unhappy about us. In organized Buddhist faith. Fair enough. We're trying to reform. We'll get there eventually. I wonder... He's Tengri. Let's look at religions here. Okay. Slightly unfortunate. Reason being that we are interested in fighting these guys. I suppose what we could do is declare a war on him. Like so. That gives us some enemy forces. I was hoping for hostile forces, but enemy forces will do. We're going to raise up our troops here, and we'll just wait for those men-at-arms. Where are you at, men-at-arms? Any moment now. Hopefully. Hello, men-at-arms. Any moment. Anytime you're ready. There they are. Basically right at the end. Well, this is good enough. We have a perk available, and we are going to toss that into Groomed to Rule, I think. Can't really send gift. I don't think we need to go into the diplomat tree right now. Yeah, we're going to take Groomed to Rule. There we go. And when can we control our stress? Our stress is pretty out of control. 982 there, 981 and 981. Okay. Ooh, this guy became our friend. Minus 29 stress. I like it. That's solid. We do need a Chancellor, and this guy's skill 10. Or we could put this guy in, who's skill 23. That's what we'll do. He's on Foreign Affairs, and that is gaining us prestige per month. I actually don't think we need that right now. We're going to switch to Domestic Affairs instead to increase our direct vassal opinion. Okay, there's a hostile force here. I doubt it will let us catch them, though. So once we're done with this siege here, we will head up over to this location. And we'll just continue our expansion over here. How much piety do we need to reform? 2,200? Okay. And I don't think I'm going to change any of our religious tenets. I think I'm just going to leave it exactly as it is. Don't want to create the Empire of Siberia. I want to hide it. Dismiss this specific situation. Okay. There we go. We will make that eventually, but not right now. If we look at our succession, we are going to end up losing a couple of Khanates. Kingdom titles. Those need to be handed out. We should only hold one kingdom title. And that kingdom title would be Mongolia. Yeah, those should get handed out, for sure. I was thinking this felt a little bit weird, as in we had too many of these vassals. So any of these Khanates, like Cyber here, that de jure goes to this guy. 3 vassals go with. I knew I was forgetting something. Kyrgyz Khanate. That is where exactly? I want kingdom titles. Oh, this has no de jure titles below it. That's fine. We don't care about it then. Okay, we do want the Khaganate of Mongolia. That is our empire title. The Khanate of Mongolia, we keep. The Khanate of Buryatia, this goes away. That de jure goes to this lady. So, the Khanate of Buryatia. 3 vassals go with. Perfect. I knew I was forgetting something. Khanate of Tuva is next. Tuva is, of course, right over here. And that is going to go to this guy. There we go. Next up is going to be Angara, which is up here. Goes to this guy. Khanate of Angara. There we go. Next up is going to be Zungaria, which, where is that? Oh, right here. Okay. Goes here. Zungaria. Perfect. Next up is going to be Khakassia up here. Goes to this guy. Khanate of Khakassia. Okay. Ob. Ob is right here. And de jure belongs to this guy. 3 vassals go with. Fantastic. Next up is Zetsu. Down over here. Granted off to this guy. Okay. We're getting there. Next up is... That's a duchy level title. Was that it? That may have been it for the kingdom level titles. Khanate of Mongolia. Yeah, we're now in high chiefdoms and chiefdoms. Sounds good. Okay, so on succession... No issues at all? I mean, high partition. Cool. So, our marshal is then going to be this guy. Wonderful. And let's get back to this war. We can also grant vassals off to rightful liege. Of course we can. For right now, I'm not too worried about it. We're well below our vassal limit. We need to allow our stress level to drop. That's for sure. It never had us search for a physician when we got wounded. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, losing 29 more stress from our friend. That's good. And we also just finished the Find Secrets task, and I think we didn't find anything, which is not surprising, but also slightly disappointing. We're just going to not continue on that one, honestly, and we're going to have our Spy Master disrupt schemes. There we go. He's really mad at us. Okay, that's fine. Okay, get ourselves a court physician. Love to revoke this. Fewer people would now join. So that's good to know. To the point where we might want to do it anyway. Maybe. We certainly want to finish up this war first. There's no doubt about that. We'll imprison this guy. Now the truth is out. And we're just going to continue to push up over here. This is an enemy army. And that's fine. 30 more days on this siege. And everything is looking good for right now. We will continue our expansion, although at a slightly reduced pace for the time being. We are going to hit city planning in 4 years, and that is a big, big deal for us. Because, of course, that will allow us to upgrade all of these to level 2. And for now, we want to hold this duchy ourselves, and we'd like to hold every tribal holding here. Unfortunately, that will get us 1, 2, 3, 4 additional, so that would put us up to 8 domain holdings. That's a lot. There's no doubt about it. For this stage of the game, that is a whole lot. We don't care about these guys potentially joining the Mongol invasion as an enemy. That's fine. They can do it if they want. 50 more days on this siege, and we will push in to their capital next. I do see these guys over here, and in fact, we should probably send some of our troops over to deal with them. Like, we don't need this many troops over here. Honestly, it would have been faster to move the onagers and the levies. But it's too late now. Oh, that was another unit of onagers. Yeah, there we go. These guys, they will head on over to... actually, to here. There we go. That should be fine. May you grow to be strong and wise, my daughter. And we will hit their capital just as soon as we can here. I'm surprised they're letting us do this. They shouldn't. They're trying to move away, but it's too late now. We'll move up to their capital. This will be a stack wipe. Then we're going to come in here. We can siege these back, I suppose, but not sure what point there really is to it. We'll just come down here and fight them, and we are gaining fame from this. Not anything too useful. We do still need about another 400 piety here. There's the war over. We'll enforce those demands, disband our troops, and hand these titles out. Okay. Grant this one. And a couple more here. Specifically, 2. And it's these 2. We'll grant these out. And here's the question. Does this net us stress? Yes, it does. So it only nets us stress when we are not over our domain limit. But it's only 15 stress. Okay. So we have too many held duchies. And that's fine. We will go ahead and hand out, I believe it is Saryarka? Yep, that would be the one. So we'll grant that to this guy. There we go. And we also do not need to hold another duchy title up here, but we don't have another one to replace it with just yet. So we'll just hold off on that for the time being. 9%, 11%. Okay. Our sister died and we gained stress. Helpful. We are still wounded. But in theory, we should be able to call a hunt and host a feast soon, as well as lashing out fairly soon thereafter. Yeah, 27th of June. So that won't be too much longer before that can be a thing. We lost our court physician. Unfortunate. And we'll go ahead and search for a physician. Our cash levels are a bit on the low side. And I would like to potentially ransom some prisoners off. We're in negative gold right now, but we'll ransom those, and now we're back positive. Excellent. Can we seek treatment? Oh, our wound is healed. We're fine. Okay, sounds good. So at this point, what we're trying to do is work down our stress level a little bit. Just waiting at this point until 27 June. Oof. Just lost 50 piety. Not helpful. Not helpful at all. We should probably try to release our anger on someone. Someone with very low martial skill, like our wife. What could possibly go wrong with this? Single combat. Very high chance to increase our likelihood of success. Okay. We'll attack cautiously but firmly. I'm the fastest blade in the Mongol Empire. I'm victorious. Okay. We lost 58 stress there. Excellent. Can we challenge our 2-year-old daughter? No. Sad. We'll go ahead and host a feast. That'll drop us another good amount of stress. We're actually just over stress level 1 right now. That's great. That's really, really good. In the meantime, we may think about releasing our anger on this guy. We'll do a legendary move. Ooh, lose 7 stress. And we won! Great. Minus 58 stress there. So that's wonderful. Our stress is now down to manageable levels. So we'll grant out a vassal. And another one. We'll bump back up to stress level 1, and then we'll stop. That's fine for now. And we'll call ourselves a hunt. Minus 44 stress. Which means that we can hand out this vassal. Great. When can we go on another pilgrimage? 992. Another 11 years still. Okay. By the time that happens, our piety will probably be high enough. In all honesty. We don't need that much more piety. I would like to fight some guys that are not of a allied religion. That'd be nice. Khazaria has grown quite a lot. Out of curiosity, what kind of kingdom claims would we be able to go after? Mediocre ones is the answer. However, we could do a subjugation. That is one of the most insane things I've ever looked at. Look at that amount of land. That's bonkers. Completely crazy. Like, they have a comparable amount of land that we do. Yeah, too far away to interact with. Not for long. Not for long at all. This will almost double our empire size. We have to do it. There's no way around it. Has to happen. And there it is. We will raise up our troops here. Maybe go after these guys if we can. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to conquer Khazaria. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.